Lunar Nights, family, friends, and all that are supporting. Thank you so much for your patience. I wanted to make this video just to give you guys a kind of a brief understanding of what's going on here in my life. And I feel like anyone that has been watching or wanting to watch or continue to watch are here and they are knowing exactly what has been going on in my life. So there's been a couple of things, and one of the main things I do want to talk about is just first and foremost, just when I will be back to streaming. My honest opinion with that is going to be soon. I want to do it as soon as possible because it's the one thing that makes me happy. The just to stream and edit these videos has been great. The reason though that everything hasn't been working because I know I posted that I would be trying to do it in mid-June. So as you guys know, I am selling my house, and with selling my house, it has been a really, really tough time frame in terms of like figuring things out, how all the mortgage stuff is going to be, and who we're going to sell it to. We already know who we're going to sell it to. It's just taking a little longer than anticipated. On the second thing is, I was also moving. During this time, I have decided to go to school, but the school wanted me to be in the campus to take some of the courses. So that's another thing that I've been kind of focused on. And finally, I think this is one of the biggest things that happened, and the reason why I haven't been back streaming has been that my dog. So I had a husky. He was the light of my world. He is everything to me. And if you already know from the community post, on May 10th, 2023, he passed away, and he had a kidney tumor, and he wasn't able to be saved. So I had no other choice but to euthanize him, and it was one of the hardest things to do because not only was I alone in all of this, I I was in a stage of where I didn't want to do anything after that, and I missed him terribly to a point where my depression got the better of me. But at the same time, I knew that he wanted me to continue forward in my life and to continue to go to school and continue with the streaming, but I just needed some time to like reflect on what happened and understand that it's not my fault because I do blame myself a lot. There's a lot of things to go back in terms of like how I got him, to what happened. I mean, honestly, I'm going to spare you the details, but there was a lot of things that were going on where I may have involved a lawyer to try to get more information on my own dog, and all that is now gone because he's no longer with us. So it is one of the hardest things I had to go through, and he was the light of my world, but not only just the light of my world, but he was like my best friend. And to lose someone like that, someone that was so important to my life, it wasn't just to a point where he was important as my own dog and my own husky, but he was there to help me throughout my seizures and throughout my depression, and now he's not. And going through those months all by myself has been very, very hard for me. But now I'm ready to come back to the streaming scene and ready to do edited videos. I've already have a couple. If you notice this video right now, this is one of them that's going to happen. We had a lot of good times. Shadow Strider, Connor, and Bryson and I making this video, and I just realized that how much I really love making videos. And regardless of what happened in my life, sometimes I can't just ignore what happened or completely forget what I want to do, or not give me enough time to really be happy. So this is one of the hardest things. Excuse me, I'm a little sick here. This is one of the hardest things that happened to me, and it happened right before the move too. So I was moving, then he was needed to go to the vet, and then I lost him. That's it. So, in any case, I very much appreciate everyone that has been waiting and everyone that has been supporting me, because I do have friends that have been supporting me and family members, and so I want to make this video to thank you all for being there for me. It's not easy to lose someone so close to you and just move on. So, anyone that is suffering through things like that, I understand, and I hope that if this can reach out to other people, or if you're just a random viewer that happens upon this just because of the thumbnail, because it definitely is going to be a Mars thumbnail, and you're going through the same thing, know that things will get better. And even with me, no one really knew Mars as very thoroughly as I did. He was I knew everything about him, to a point where when I lost him and everyone's like, everything will be okay, it still wasn't enough for everyone to give me that. And there are days where I'm just by myself and I'm thinking about it, and it's hard to not talk or think about him, but you don't want to make people worry about you, or you don't want to bother people. So know this, that I'm here as well, and I understand how hard it is to lose a best friend, and be there on that table, because I was there when they euthanized him. I didn't leave the table or the room. I was there with him all the way to the very end, and that is one of the hardest things that I could ever do. And I'm just so happy, though, I was there. His last memory is with me, and I will never forget him. Like I said, he was my best friend, and he helped me through all my stuff, and he helped me to become more. And so if you're going through the same thing, you're not alone. And I know how hard it is to lose someone that close to you. So you're not alone, and I hope that anyone that watches this knows that, anyone that is watching this knows that everything will be okay, and their memory lives on through you and your friends and your family, but mainly you. So don't be afraid to, comment and really post about your experience, because I know it's not easy. It is not easy to lose someone like this, and a lot of people mistaking the idea that it's just a dog. It's not just a dog. He or she is your family members, and so my family has been very, very supportive in helping me throughout this hard time, and I just feel like a video was needed. So anyway, if you do want to comment on below how much you miss your dog, or how much you love them, or how much you even have one. Like, if you have one right now, like, don't ever let them go, and love them with all your heart, because Mars came from a really bad family, and then he went to another owner, and then that owner finally gave him to me. So he had a whole long life, and I had him for 4 years, almost 5, and felt like that maybe it's best to talk about it and get it out of my system. So Lunar Nights, thank you so much for giving me so much time. I know I don't really have much of a big fan base, but I appreciate anyone that is waiting, any friends that are watching, and any family members that are supporting me. So if you guys like here and you want to see more content, you will be getting it soon. I promise. It will be July that I will start uploading these videos. I have a busy life right now, so at the moment it's not a 100 possibility to have it every day, but I am going to be better in terms of uploading. So if you like what you see, join us, become a Lunar Knight, and I just want to just finally let you guys know that, like, everything will be okay. Life can be unfair sometimes, but everything will be okay. And don't let bad stuff in your life determine or stop you from reaching your dreams, your goals. Use that as a catalyst to push forward and be the very best that you can ever be. So, and that's what I'm going to be doing with going to school and uploading again. So once again, Lunar Knights, thank you so much for your support. I will be back very soon. Okay, bye.